Hello and welcome. Today I am going to be showing you how I meal prepped for a week in advance for our family of 3. I decided to start with lunches, so I have a pound of deer and a pound of elk here. Our deer was a bit gamey, so I found that cutting it with the elk helps with that, in addition to a variety of spices that I typically use. I also have some rice going on the stove here, and this will be our lunch for the following Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. While that's all cooking, I made our balsamic salad dressing. Salads are one of the few things that I don't prep ahead of time, so I can make sure that everything is fresh, but we happen to run out of dressing this week. I use a cup of avocado oil, a cup of balsamic vinegar, some Dijon mustard, and whatever spices we're in the mood for at that time. We've been big on the truffle seasoning from Costco, and I make a homemade ranch seasoning that we use quite a bit as well. Once everything is combined, I just shake that up and there's our dressing. Super quick and easy. Once the rice is finished, I measured that out into individual Tupperware for Kevin and I. I did 2 cups of rice, and that was enough for all 6 lunches for the next week. For our protein, I always weigh it out, so this scale gets put to use all the time around here. We are currently doing 75 hard, and we have a specific meal plan that we're following, so this just helps keep everything consistent and so that we know that we're meeting our protein goals. After everything was measured out, lunches are pretty much taken care of for the next week, and I had some extra for our little man as well, and he really seems to like this. And here is my guy helping me out in the kitchen, although he is a questionable sous chef, considering he isn't wearing pants. Moving on to our breakfast, I am starting out by washing our fruit. I have blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries here. I do like to add raspberries sometimes, but they get squished and it just drives me crazy. So I just sprinkle some baking soda on top, add cold water until the fruit is covered, and then I add in some vinegar. No, I don't measure it, and yes, I have seen comments that baking soda and vinegar cancel each other out, but here I am still doing it, and we haven't died yet, so I don't know. Take away my birthday, I guess. So I'll let that sit for a few minutes, rinse the fruit in water, and then lay it out on a dish towel until everything is dry. Now I'm going to prep smoothies for Kevin. I don't do smoothies as often, but these are nice and quick for him in the morning before he goes to work. So I start with a half cup of milk, a half cup of yogurt. We use the Oikos brand just for the higher protein. Then a scoop of vanilla protein powder and a cup of mixed berries. I like to mix the milk, yogurt, and protein before adding the fruit, but that's just me. And then smoothies are ready to go. Super easy. Next, I'm making overnight oats. Kevin alternates between this and smoothies for breakfast, and I have this pretty much every morning, with the exception of Sundays, since we typically make breakfast as a family together on those days. I start out with a half cup of old-fashioned oats, then a tablespoon each of flax seeds, chia seeds, and hemp hearts. I use a cup of milk in mine and only a half cup in Kevin's, in addition to a half cup of yogurt, just for some extra protein. Then I add a scoop of protein powder in each, mix all that up, and then top it with a half cup of frozen blueberries. Normally, I would make more of these, but I did already have a few in the fridge, and I like making these in this specific Tupperware because it all just fits perfectly, and I'm here for it. So there you have it, overnight oats. Up next, I decided to do hard-boiled eggs. So this is something that I will have to make again during the week because between both boys, we go through an absurd amount of eggs, and little man is on a hard-boiled egg kick right now. I usually make 12 to 13 at a time just to fit into the Tupperware that I use for eggs. And look at that, just a few seconds later and the eggs are done. I let these guys cool off for a while and then I'll peel them so that they're quick and easy for the mornings. And there you go, hard-boiled eggs. Up next, I am working on Asian chicken wraps with peanut sauce. This is from the Saints Plate cookbook. We have these for dinner over the weekend on week 1 of 2 of our meal plan. After I get the chicken weighed out and mixed into the marinade, I'll usually let that sit for a bit, and I'll make the peanut sauce and then prep the rest of the wrap contents in individual Tupperware. And once my chicken was fully cooked, I portioned it out accordingly, and all we had to do was dump it into our tortillas for a nice quick dinner. Here I cut up some broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, lightly coated everything in avocado oil, and seasoned it to have some roasted vegetables as a side dish for our dinner on the following Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. While the veggies were in the oven, I started on our buffalo chicken mac and cheese, and then once the veggies were done, I got everything portioned accordingly into all 6 Tupperware for the next week. My noodles were just about done here, and I had the chicken going as well. I linked the recipe in the description, but I added in the ranch seasoning, got my yogurt and cheese mixture together here, added the buffalo sauce and the mixture into the chicken. Once all the cheese melted, I added in the noodles and then started portioning into the Tupperware. And again, this is our dinner for the next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so there you have it. 6 dinners ready to go. The last thing I prepped before we ate dinner was some Brussels sprouts that were also coated in oil and seasoning. This is our dinner side dish every Tuesday and Thursday, paired with a creamy pesto chicken pasta. Finally, here's the aftermath to my kitchen after everything was all said and done. Meal prepping really has been so helpful for our family. It just makes particularly weeknights smoother, and it's less stressful for me knowing that everything is already portioned and ready to go. Here is the end result. Feel free to reach out with any questions, comments, concerns, grievances, or outbursts if you feel so inclined. Thanks for watching.